If you wonder what exercises should we do after understanding the cubes, then watch this video until the end. When cubes and perspectives got established in us, then I say it's time to put them into practice. So what does it mean? Objects such as pliers, scissors, cutters, and hammers are suitable subjects for basic exercises. We're going to look at them structurally and design them using cubes. Among these objects, the tool I chose to start is this hammer, which is a good option for initial practice. Preferably use the tools you have at home and draw them from real life. Now let's go draw this hammer. The first point is that by looking at the hammer, we realize that we need to draw two cubes for the base structure. One is the top metal part and the other is the wooden handle of the hammer. The second point is to understand the angles of the cubes and then start designing them. Let's draw the first or the top cuboid, which is the upper part of the hammer. It's easy to draw a cuboid if you don't think of the hammer for now. Just draw a rectangle as if you're drawing it in a two-point perspective, and the longer plane goes towards the left vanishing point. Preferably use a pencil with a wide and soft tip to have better control over your strokes. After completing the first cuboid, now it's time for the wooden handle of the hammer. The part where the handle connects to the metal head of the hammer is exactly in the middle of our first cuboid. So let's draw the diameters to find the center of the cuboid. After that, we draw a long rectangle for the handle. Note that my strokes are smooth and thin, and if I'm gonna make the lines bolder, I'll draw more lines slightly on the same line. I mentioned this in the previous video. I start the second rectangle a little lower than this upper side of the previous cuboid, because as you see in the reference photo, the wooden handle is not level with the metal part. You can say that by looking at the edges. And as you can see, I started the lines for this rectangle from the corners of this little square I drew in the middle of the previous rectangle. So all these small points are very important for getting the best proportion. Consider the approximate length of the rectangle and draw it. Now when the initial sketch is complete, the lines of the parts that are closer to us will be bolder and darker, and the lines of the back planes remain lighter and thinner. This will give your design a linear value and an illusion of depth. I have already mentioned this several times in my tutorials. This video is only about the structural design of the hammer and does not include the details. But I want to draw the metal part of the hammer here again to have a structure that is closer to the original shape. I draw the same rectangle again. From the section where the tip of the metal part of the hammer starts to change shape and get pointy, I draw another cuboid inside the same rectangle like this. So I estimate the distance and then find the middle of this cuboid by drawing its diameters. Then I divide the main cuboid into half, and again I find the middle of this section. These are not necessary and they're just for having a better proportion. By drawing two slightly slanted lines from this part and connecting them here, I make this rectangle look like a triangle to make it look like the pointy tip of the hammer. By dragging a line down, I'm gonna give this triangular tip a thickness and then I connect the line here. Again, let's darken some of the strokes. And there we go. It's done. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, tell me in the comments section. And if you want to see more beginner tutorials, consider subscribing to my channel.